And I think we'll continue to see manufacturing overseas. We've got a great strategy, the government of the UAE here, on where they want to go with aerospace manufacturing, with space. You go over to India, they've got a Make in India strategy. So I think you're going to continue to see manufacturing and tech transfer that will drive globalization in the next 10 years. Yeah, partnership, I think globally is key. I think you're seeing it in the U.S. You're seeing many teams, large OEMs, team together to offer better products and services to the U.S. government. And I think you see that same trend here in the UAE, India, and globally, where companies like Boeing need to team with local manufacturers, local technology companies to bring a better product to that government and to align with the national strategies. I think part of us supporting the Global Aerospace Summit is to really pay back to our partnership here, help try to drive what's called an industrial agenda, where we can maybe pick one or two real issues and try to drive those issues to some kind of progress in the 2 years between the Aerospace Summit.
If you see the amount of travel that right now worldwide, and the amount of travel in this region here with the Emirates and the Etihad and the Qatar Airways all operating from this region here, is really tremendous. And one of the things that it's only going to take that to the next level is, one of the tools I'm thinking about is, for example, connectivity. Right now, passengers want that ability to arrive and transition from the airport to the air the fastest they can. And I think this is one of the innovation I can see happening in the future with the connectivity, where they get in and within a short period of time they're already flying. And once they're in the flight, they want to be able to stay connected like they were on the ground. So this is a very, very exciting time we will be seeing coming in the very near future.
The whole reason from our side for the summit is to meet people from the same industry but different companies that we wouldn't ordinarily get to come across. And when we meet them, sometimes you can leave the confidentiality behind, and you can be a little bit more open at places like the summit and really talk about what's good for the industry.
There's been a lot of innovation in the world of space in the last few years, amazing level of innovation, driven by a number of things. One is the reusable launchers that are now coming up that are going to change the economics and the way access to space is achieved. The second is the way satellites are manufactured. So we're moving away from an era where it takes 3 years to manufacture one satellite to manufacturing 4 per day, based on automation and other manufacturing techniques that are coming up. So the whole sector is going to be changed dramatically because of those two things. In addition to things like virtualization, cloud computing, and the compression, those are techniques that will allow us to produce products and services that are much different than they look today. That's one. The other one is the youth involvement in the space sector. First of all, there's more interest from the VC or the venture capital societies and companies around the world in the space sector. Facebook, Google, all those companies, new companies, young companies, are all interested in the space sector because it allows them to access their customers wherever they are and anywhere and around the globe, things that the terrestrial world cannot give them today. So that's bringing a lot of young interest in satellites. And we at Thuraya, for example, we have a company, only 3% of the company is under the age of 50. We have our senior management team, the average age is 39 years old. So it's becoming a young sector. It's bringing a lot of innovation into it as a result. And those are areas that could be more of a focus on the Global Aerospace Summit.